Well, let's get going. I'm Bruce Webb with the Bruce Webb Team of Realtors. We're with Preferred Realtors in Plymouth. Um, and first of all, we got to mention this is Mother's Day week. So we want to take care of mom this coming up Sunday and make sure that, we treat our mothers the way they should be treated. Also, it's May 4th. So may the 4th be with you, as they say. Going to talk about a couple of communities. Again, if you have any questions, please type them in. We'll put them. We'll try to answer them as we go along. The communities we're going to talk about today are Canton Township and Van Buren Township. And a couple of the questions that we're going to be answering today is, should I buy now or should I wait? And the other one is, why is it so hard to find a home right now? Okay, so it gets all, both of those are talks about the inventory a little bit, and I think we been answering that for the last couple of weeks, but we got a couple little twists on those this time. So let's talk about Canton. We haven't talked about Canton for a while, and to give you an idea, we're going to use the real comp information, and this is from March. We're still waiting for April's information that should come out probably next week. It's usually about 2 weeks into the following month that we get the April's information, or the last month's information. But this still gives us a pretty good idea of what's happening in today's market. Back in 2020, there was 153 homes on the market. This year we had 66. So that's a 57% decrease in the inventory. We went from 1.9 months worth of inventory down to a 0.7. And as we mentioned before, that anytime we're under a 3-month inventory level, we are in a seller's market, and definitely when we're under a 1 month level of inventory, we are definitely in a seller's market. Now, we're going to talk about median price instead of the average price today because of the other couple of topics that we're going to be talking about and answering our questions here a little bit. But the median price went from 320 up to 335 from March of last year to this year. So that's about a 5% increase. So the median price is different than the average price. It takes the low price and the high price, and guess what's in the middle? That's the median price. Where the average price takes all the prices that were sold, adds them all together, divides them by the number of homes that were sold, and that's your average price. So we're going to be talking about the median price today a little bit because of the questions we'll be answering here shortly for you. So the first question that we wanted to talk about too was, is it should we buy now or should we wait? Okay, and as I said, the inventory is driving up the price, driving up the market, supply and demand, and I want to use this example for you and this is where we're talking about the median price in 2020, and this is coming from. This is a national average that we're going to be talking about, but as we speak, I'll talk about what's going on in our neighborhood also. Now, the median price, and this comes from the National Association of Realtors. In 2020, the median price was $296,700. Okay, in 2021, they're estimating it to be $323,900, and in 2022 they're estimating it to move on up to $334,000. So they're not estimating a decrease in prices of homes. In fact, they're actually informing us that they expect to have an increase. When we talked about last week that this market is not like what it was back in 2006 and 2008 when we had an abundance of properties on the market. It's not like that type of market at all because there wasn't any equity in those homes that went into bankruptcy. Now we have a lot of equity, and as the prices are going up, we're even getting more equity in homes. So people are going to be able to sell their homes without going into bankruptcy or foreclosure. Now, more homes will be hitting the market, but at the same time, it's not going to be devastating as it was in 2006, 2008. Now, going from Freddie Mac, the mortgage interest rates will say that was you could have got them below 3%, but we're using an average here of 3.1% in 2020. In 2021, it's going to tick up just a little bit, so they're going to use a 3.2, and by the time it gets to 2022, they're estimating that it's going to be a 3.7%. So it's starting to creep up. Now, I will estimate that it's going to be higher than 3.2 by the time the middle of this year, and I think you'll probably see 4% by 2022. That's my prediction, as they say. So the average interest, principal and interest on the $296,000 home back in 2020 was $1,140. This year, in 2021, the average payment is going to be $1,261, and in 2022, it's going to be $1,380. Okay, I guess we're back. Sorry about that. We were talking about why you should should you buy now or should you wait? And we went over the median prices and the mortgage rates that we have going on right now and what they were in 2020 and 2022 coming up. So, it's an individual choice right now, but the market is not going to, go as bad as what it was back in 2006, 2008 is what we were talking about. So, what we want to talk about now is the next community is the Van Buren Township. And again, these are using real comps numbers from March 2021. The inventory level in 2020 was 59 homes. This year was 23 homes. Again, a decrease of 61%, which is huge. But the median price went from 245 all the way up to 302. So again, these are prices that that we'll see going on or moving forward that are going to be increasing as we move forward. The average days on the market was like 68 days back in 2020. This year, 17. And again, the better homes are selling faster and moving quicker. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about is why is it so hard to find homes right now? Well, we know that we've been talking about the inventory is low, but why is the inventory low? And I'm going to take a couple of minutes here to talk about the question of why homeowners are finding this year why it's so hard is first of all, by the National Association of Realtors, they note that homes are getting the average of 4.8 offers for every sale that's out there. So you have to be able to fight the battle whenever you are putting in offers on a home right now. And these numbers, they don't expect to go down relatively soon. Okay, the housing market is still relatively undersupplied, and buyers can't buy what's not on the market. Relative to what we saw in 2017 to 2019, March 2021 was still roughing 117,000 new listings lower, adding to the pre-existing earlier year gap of more than 200,000 fresh listings that would typically have come on the market in January and February. So we're really talking about 300,000 homes less than what we had just a couple of years ago that were hitting the market. We did have an increase in the last week or two, but and the national average right now is like a 19% below what we were a few years ago. But if you remember what I've been saying, we're almost like a 50% below what we were just a few years ago, which it makes it huge right now. So and that is by Daniel Hale, chief economist for Realtor.com. Okay, he's the one who's quoting that. Now, now what I'm finding though is Sam Hunter, which is the vice president and chief economics from Freddie Mac Economics Housing and Research Division. The main driver of housing shortfall has been a long-term decline in the construction of single-family homes. And what he uses example of how many homes were built in the past decades. And to give you an example, from 1970 to 1979, there was 11 million homes built in that 10-year span. Then from 1980 to 1989, there was 9.8 million homes that were built. And then 1990 to 1999, there was 10.7 million. And then our building boom between 2000 and 2009, there was 12.6. Now, from 2010 to 2019, though, we only had 6.5 million single-family homes built with a larger population. So we had less homes built, almost half of homes built in the last decade than we did the decade before when it was 12.6. So they're saying that Hunter is saying that even before the COVID-19 pandemic, the current recession, the housing market was facing a substantial supply shortage, and that the deficit of has grown. In 2018, we've estimated that there was a housing shortage of approximately 2.5 million units, meaning that the United States economy was about 2.5 million units below what it needed to match long-term demand. Using the same methodology, we estimated that the housing shortage increased to 3.8 million units by the end of 2020. So we're looking at, we need almost 4 million more homes on the market. Now, what's good about this is that the builders are, they've had more permits pulled this last year than they have in the last 14 years. So we're going to try to catch up, but it's going to take 4 to 8 months to do so. And it's going to take some time just to have the building permits and everything to get on track. So what they're saying, though, it wasn't just a pandemic. It's what's happened before here the last 10 years, that it's because of the housing short, or the building construction shortage, and the pandemic is why we're having such a hard time finding homes at this time. So we need to be patient on our buyers and sellers in finding a home, especially the buyers. What we also want to do is, it should be I always told my buyers, it should be a joyous time, but it's becoming more and more work for them. They might put in 2, 3, 4, 5 offers on properties before they actually come up with one. But it does take some time, and we got to be patient on it, and you got to do your homework, and you got to be prepared. You can't just go out there and not have your mortgage ready and not have your financing in place, because sellers aren't even going to look at it right now. So you got to be a solid offer and ready to rock and roll. So that's where we're at today. Let me give you a couple of areas that we're looking for and with buyers right now. Basically 275 corridor, we got them all over right now. Canton, Pinckney, Westland, Fowlerville, Van Buren Township, Commerce, Livonia, Plymouth, Taylor, Allen Park, Lincoln Park, Garden City, and Brighton. I have buyers for all of those communities right now, and they are pre-approved, ready to rock and roll. So if you are, or if you know of someone who is thinking about selling, have them give us a call. We have buyers waiting for their properties from a wide range of price ranges for them. But they, as I said, they are ready to move. We can close very quickly, or most of them are fairly flexible on their terms and conditions on occupancy and that too. So they understand the market. We've been coaching them right along, and so they'll wait for you to find some place to also too. So again, take care, Mom. It's her Sunday coming up, and I hope you have a great day. And it's a great Michigan day, and let's talk soon. Have a good one now. Bye now.